Okay, guys, we're going to look at lung structure today. So, the upper part of the body is known as the thorax that you can see here, and it's within the thorax that we find the organs known as the lungs. And here is the thorax, this upper region. And within the thorax, you have a muscle just below the two lungs. And this muscle is known as the diaphragm. It helps with inhalation and exhalation. These two big pink sponges above it, they're the actual lungs. And then you can see these black circles, they represent the rib bones, which form the rib cage and protect the lungs from damage. Then we have the windpipe, which is called the trachea. This brings air into the lungs. It's protected by rings of cartilage. And then it splits into bronchi, which is plural for bronchus, and one goes into each lung. Then the bronchus or bronchi divide into bronchioles, slightly smaller tubes. These ones don't really have cartilage. And these tubes then end with the air sacs you can see here, and these are known as the alveoli. The alveoli are the site of gas exchange. Think of leaves at the end of trees on a branch. That's a little bit like how the alveoli are arranged. You have millions in each lung. And then finally, around each lung is a membrane called the pleural membranes. Obviously, protects the lungs from infection and things like that. And that's the structure of the lungs. Okay, so now we're going to look at an exam question, and this is going to consolidate what you've learned so far. So you can pause the video and see if you can label this diagram of the lungs. Okay, now we're going to go through. So you've got the windpipe that brings air down into the lungs, that's the trachea. And then that subdivides into two tubes, the bronchus or bronchi for plural. And then we have the air sacs at the end of the bronchioles, and these are the alveoli. And then underneath, we've got a muscle underneath the thorax here, which separates the upper body and lower body, and that's the diaphragm. All right, guys, I hope that helps. Let's get to the marks.